Kicks 105.5 WKXH. Good morning, I'm JJ. It is Wednesday, May 4th. It's 7:50. Currently 49 degrees outside. We got a little bit of rain out there. But a little bit of rain never harmed us none. Right now we have Mike Barrett from the Barrett Insurance Agency with us. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Lovely rainy day, but you know what? The forecast going through the weekend, starting tomorrow, looking pretty spectacular. So
It is, and Monday and Tuesday it's going to be in the 70s.
What 70s? What's
70.
outside? It's going to be in the 70s.
That's what it says
familiar with
right
that.
here on my forecast.
All right, I like it.
Mid-70s, Monday and Tuesday.
So I wanted to bring up this morning, JJ. Did you know that on Monday it was National Life Insurance Day?
I did not.
Yes, Monday was National Life Insurance Day, and so it prompted me to have a conversation. Oh, don't worry, I hit the record button way back.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
way back. So
Way
it
ahead
prompted
of
me to have this discussion. So life insurance is probably, in the world of insurance, I would kind of put it in the realm of morbid. You know what I mean? Because, if I'm talking about an auto policy or a home policy, the perils that are covered are things like fire and, you talk about wind or hurricane, or in the world of auto, collision or glass claims, pretty simple stuff, nothing too morbid. But the peril for life insurance is what?
Somebody's done died.
Somebody's passed away. It's death. Absolutely. So it's a pretty morbid thought, but it's a necessary one. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is that people oftentimes think about life insurance way too late. And really what I mean by that is the longer you go and not get life insurance, the more expensive it's going to get, because what's happening? You're getting older. Possibility of more chronic illness or issues in your medical history could be changing the way things would rate out for you. Now, think about it. If the peril is death, the underwriting is based upon you as an individual. So it's going to be based on your habits, your age, your health, what kind of prescriptions you're on, if you've had previous diagnoses and things of that nature. So the time to be thinking about life insurance really is early in life. Grandparents and parents oftentimes will buy life insurance policies for their kids. A lot of them buy simple $5,000 life insurance policies that are whole life policies that the child can have for the rest of their life, which is fantastic. But, there's a lot of other options out there, too. Life insurance that you can purchase for a young child that they could increase without having to prove medical. So if you think about it, I could go out and buy my son, who's 8, a $50,000 whole life policy and pay a very reasonable rate, all things considered, especially when you compare what it would be for me as a 46, almost 47-year-old man. So buy that for him, and then he would have the way I could work with the policy and work with the company is I could set it up so that over multiple periods of time in his life, he could increase that. So he can go, you know what, now I've got $50,000. Here I am. I'm 20-something years old. I want to have another 50. So I'm going to have a $100,000 whole life policy. That's going to be based on his age and his age only. It's not going to be based on his health. It's not going to be based on a paramed. It's not going to be based on urinalysis or blood work or anything of that nature. Boom, increased. And so it's very cost effective in that regard. So what I find most common, though, is that people think about life insurance when they're faced with their own mortality. And they start scaring themselves into the process and taking it maybe a little more seriously, going, I really should look into this and see how I can protect my family. The most common reason for life insurance is family protection. So for a mom or for a dad, getting a life insurance policy with an amount maybe of $250,000, $500,000, $1 million or more to really be there. So if they die unexpectedly and the kids are young, and there's still a lot of bills, mortgages, and business loans, or whatever the case may be, that hopefully your surviving partner has the ability to sustain the quality of life that they otherwise would have had. All right, so that's a very common way to get life insurance. Some people do it to build trust for their kids. Maybe somebody's older who just says, when I die, I would like to make sure my kids have enough to bury me and maybe have a little money for themselves. Even though they may be adult children, naming them as beneficiaries. So there's a million reasons to get it. There's a million options for it. Some people can even buy it for business partners. So if their business partner dies, that they have some life insurance funds to help them get through a major transition in their business if they're a key player in the business. There's death expense policies, there's term policies, universal life policies. There's so many things that if I went into it, everyone would look exactly how you look right now. Your eyes are glazed over, and you're like, I don't know if this guy is speaking English to me at this point or if he's speaking another language. But it's very important to have that conversation and have it with somebody you know and trust, so you can try to determine if, like, because maybe it's not right for you. Maybe you may find a situation where you don't necessarily need it. Maybe you have the proper assets stowed away to protect your family. But if you're among the more that probably don't, life insurance is a good conversation to have.
It is. Speaking of life insurance and businesses, a lot of businesses offer insurance as part of their hiring package.
Yes, absolutely.
How many, is it very prominent that a lot of businesses will roll in life insurance into that package?
It is. Larger businesses, hold on, let me back that up. Larger businesses for sure. It's called a group life plan. And what I like about that is it's a group life plan that's not going to be based on your medical situation. It's basically group underwritten. So if you're an employee, you basically, in many cases, are just eligible. You're not going to see a huge amount of death benefit coverage, but there is a nice amount there for most people. Sometimes it's based on having a certain number of years of salary. And then the other thing, too, many people don't know those are portable almost always. So if you leave that job that provided that life insurance, you have the option to take that life insurance with you. Yes, it's going to be subject to a different rate probably, but worth looking into as you start your departure from a place that you're working at.
Right.
So,
well, that's good information to have.
Yeah.
I generally don't think about life insurance because that makes me think that, hey, one day I'm going to pass.
You don't want to think about that.
To us all.
I agree.
But what happens to my children and my family when it happens if I haven't protected them?
When I put my life insurance in place, when my head went on the pillow that night, I felt better already because I knew that, God forbid, if I didn't wake up the next morning, that my wife and my son would be protected. So that's my life insurance thought this morning. And all it is, life insurance quoting is free. So go get a quote, go get a discussion, just see what your options are, and don't miss an opportunity. Again, you may find it's not necessarily right for you cost-wise or anything of that nature, but conversations are free. And a real final quick hit, the NEKCAN, the Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network, our Rail Trail and AL5K is this Saturday, May 7th, 11 to 1. Starts and ends at Goodfellas. It takes place in the Moyle Valley Rail Trail. $25 to join us. You can pre-register via our Facebook page. Just look for NEKCAN or Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network. You'll find it. There's also day of registrations, and 100% of that $25 participation fee, 100% of that goes right back to helping our cause. It's completely going to be an amazing nonprofit, our inaugural event. We're excited about it, and we'd love you to join us. So if you want to learn more, go to nekcan.org to see our initial website that we're building, and then check out our Facebook page.
If you wanted to send me a liner on that, I'd be glad to put it on the air for you.
I would love that. I'll email you later. How's that?
Email me. I'll email you.
See, now you need to back it
email
up.
me. All right. That's what's up. So if someone has any questions about life insurance or any insurance or the NEKCAN program,
Yeah.
how can they reach you?
You can reach us at 748-5224. We're located on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us. And
My pleasure.
Thank you for doing this NEKCAN thing. That's really important.
It's an absolute honor and something we're loving the fact that we're able to successfully launch. So we're excited. 501c3 is designation that we were looking for. As of last week, we officially are a 501c3 by the IRS. So we are a tax-exempt organization.
That is good to know.
Yes.
Thank you, Mike. We'll talk to you again next week.